There's so much to tell you, so much I can see. Ooh. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm going on American Idol.
Is that what that is?
I think it's good.
I think Joe, you can't do better.
I think if I was on The Voice, look, realistically, if I was on The Voice, I don't think
what song he was
they
singing.
wouldn't turn around right away, and maybe not at all, but like they would like give a look at the camera like they would think about it for sure.
That's actually a pretty good analysis of your singing.
I think I kill it pretty hard. They would turn around and they'd be like, oh, he's retarded. That's good. The Filthy Show has extremely explicit content. It is not intended for children, adults, or anyone really, especially retards without a sense of humor. If you offend easily, please fuck off now. I'll be asleep sometimes and he'll just whisper in my ear, you can't sing. He's like, if you had to sing to save your daughter's life, she'd be dead. He says stuff like that. He says stuff like that.
I never
said
horrible. He sings to me so I can go to bed.
Yeah. Okay, well, we're going. This is The Filthy Show. This is how we start. Me and Chris aren't allowed to talk about my singing anymore. Justin told us because we ended up breaking some stuff in this podcast room last time that got really heated.
Oh, Adam was the one that got mad.
Wait, there was a fight?
No, we're just kidding. If me and Chris had a fight in here, nothing would be moved around. We'd probably just I'd scratch him and then he'd punch me and I'd cry and then he'd probably hold me on the ground for like 30 minutes apologizing.
That's usually how it goes. Adam scratched the shit out of me once because I don't know why.
He put me in a corner.
Scars on it.
I was in a corner. I'll scratch my way out of the corner.
He scratches hard. I still have scars.
When was the last time you guys had a fight?
Like a physical fight? Never.
Never.
I mean, we play fight sometimes and he gets a little too serious.
That's not true. You're just bigger than me. I get scared. Sometimes I don't know when you're being real or not.
Well, he hurts me and I say I have to hurt you back and then he won't let me.
I don't like that.
He runs away.
Ooh,
it's foolish.
I forgot. I got a good I owe you one on Tony Casillas. He slapped me in the ass so hard the other day. I had his handprint on my ass when I went home that night. And that was hard to explain to Carrie because it looked like a man's hand. Yeah. She was like, what were you doing? And I was like, getting slapped on the ass by Tony Casillas.
Did the handprint have really bad highlights too?
Yeah, it was a really chubby hand, really fat little retired child actor looking handprint.
Slim Shady wannabe hand.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah, I'm going to get him back real good. I'm going to wait till he's talking to like a really big comic at Mothership and I'm just going to punch him in the head. Just as hard as I possibly can.
The punishment does not fit the crime.
No, I won't punch. I think open hand on the ass is open hand on the ass. That's the only thing you can do.
A really nice, you take your knuckles and you dig under his ribs. That's a good one.
I think that's fucked up.
You ever do that?
Right there?
My brother used to call it the bean dip.
I hate that.
I hate shit like that. My mom used to pinch me on the back of the arm when I was being bad. Fuck. I would almost hit her sometimes when she did that.
Sometimes when my mom's driving me to school or something, just randomly, she'd punch me as hard as she can in my leg.
That makes sense. Mom's got to get that anger out somehow, dude.
I wasn't doing anything or nothing.
Well, the view probably wasn't exactly what she wanted to be that morning. She probably didn't agree with Barbara Streisand.
Take her fucking ding me in the leg.
All right. Well, our guest today, I would say our most handsome guest so far.
Thank you very much.
The most handsome guest.
Well, here's the thing is we've had Colton on. And it's close.
Colton's very handsome. He's definitely more jacked. That's for sure.
Yeah, and
but he is gay, so point deduction.
Well, the thing with him is he's gay, and he convinces me that being gay might be a choice because I might be able to choose to have sex with him. If he played his cards right, he might get me, which I'm sure is a prize to him. He'd probably be stoked to hear that. That's what I was talking to some gay guys. I was like, yeah, I think I'd fuck Ryan Gosling, and they're like, well, we'll let him know. I'm sure he's gonna be stoked to hear that he can have your poorly wiped ass anytime he wants. That is true, though. There's got to be a guy for everyone.
Do you think your fiance would get really mad at you if you fucked Ryan Gosling, if you somehow pulled it off?
I think mad. I don't think really mad.
You don't think she would leave you?
I guess it depends if I'm pursuing it. But if it just happens, I think she would understand. She likes him, too. She'd probably ask if she could see pictures.
Oh, yeah. Have you describe it to her while you're pounding her?
Would you have sex with Ryan Gosling just for the story alone?
No, I don't think so. I don't think I could have gay sex. I've been thinking about this.
Would you take it far just so you could hang out with him for a little while? Like kind of let him think it might happen just so you can kind of spend the day with him?
He would be excited about having gay sex.
He's like, oh, I get that.
You're pretty handsome.
He'd be more excited than about fucking us.
He's like the most handsome guy ever, though.
Yeah, but you got that aspiring actor waiter look and you're serving on him and he's on a bad date and then you look at him and you're like, this seems pretty lame.
That's Ryan Gosling right there.
God, that sucks. That pisses me off to look at that. Because my wiener moves and there's nothing I can do about it. You can't stop your wiener from moving. Look at his eyes, too. He knows what he's doing. Can we pull up pictures of him as a kid? I'm trying to get fully erect.
Oh, yeah.
Adam.
He was a kid star, right?
Oh my god.
Holy shit, he's a good looking kid.
Damn, let's not say that anymore.
Guys.
Let's try not to compliment kids' looks
Jesus.
too much. We've been warned. We have our third strike from YouTube about complimenting child looks.
Did you guys actually get a strike from YouTube about pedophilia?
No. We've never gotten strikes.
That would be
But
so
we
fun.
do, because the network is monetized now, and I believe we don't always match.
It's limited.
Yeah, we're like in the middle. So we can have ads, but I think only certain ones. You're not going to see a lot of Lego sets advertised on the old filthy
You guys
show.
get like the same fucking things as like Legion of Skanks and stuff. It's like,
Well, I think they're worse than us, I would say.
Yeah, they would go farther with the Ryan Gosling thing.
But they can. Like, they know that they can push it. We purposely try not to push it too much. We've limited our uses of several words that we all use all the time off the podcast.
do you ever think about this? Like, all of comedy, like, just basically comes back to podcasting, and the biggest podcast sponsors are just like ED pills, Kratom, and so like our entire industry
Sex toys.
is just funded by advertising for Kratom and getting hard.
Yeah, I
And
honestly...
that's what we're like. That's the goal. Is like someday I hope I get a Kratom, a Yo
Kratom and a
Kratom
dick
sponsor.
pill
For me,
sponsor.
a Yo Kratom sponsor would
Like-
rule because I'm addicted to Kratom.
Are you?
Yeah, very heavily, actually.
They
How's it going?
It's really bad. I probably should stop.
It's not as bad as he thinks.
It's not as bad as other people I've talked to, but I'm definitely at that point where I should probably stop.
I've never heard that anyone say that about anyone's addiction. Where you're like, yeah, dude, I'm having a tough time with the Kratom
Well,
addiction. You're
because-
like, you're not that bad. Don't.
Yeah,
I
Chris
say
is,
that.
Chris is not really an enabler. Adam, do you
yeah.
want me to buy you Kratom?
It's just because I live with him, and when he's not doing Kratom, he usually screams at me and tries to fight me a little.
I do get pretty mad when I'm not on the sauce.
So I got to keep him on the Kratom for my safety.
I'm only taking like 700 capsules a day, which is pretty low.
Are you on Kratom right now?
Yeah, but see, the thing is, me on Kratom isn't really me on Kratom. It's just me not being sick.
Yeah.
Oh shit, it's that bad.
Yeah, Kratom is like has withdrawals and stuff.
So I looked this up when I got the the free Kratom kilo or whatever. They send you a shitload of Kratom in a bag, and they're like, if you don't like it, you can get rid of it, right? So I did it. I took it for the first day. I was like, I feel great. Took it on the second day. I was like, I feel way too good. This is crazy.
Yeah.
Started looking into studies. And there was this website called like Kick Kratom, and they supposedly Kratom is like the biggest drug in like the Philippines or something.
Yeah.
And they did a study of like out of 100 guys in the Philippines, how many could get off Kratom, and 99 couldn't do it. You're like, yo,
Well, for them, it's like coffee.
yeah.
Like,
Well, they've been drinking it every day for
And
their whole lives.
their
They also
whole
live in the
lives.
Philippines. What else are they supposed to do?
I don't think it's a super dangerous thing. It's definitely, it's never good to have something that if you don't do it, you feel bad. Like, that's not good. But, people are like that with coffee. A lot of people are like that with coffee. But most people don't have to take 20 coffee capsules twice a day just so they can fucking drive to work.
It definitely doesn't feel like a cup of coffee when you're taking it in pill form.
No.
Like,
It's funny because if you do a small amount, it like is almost like a mild cocaine high. If you just do like 2 or 3 capsules, but then if you go the other way and pile it on, it's like painkillers.
crazy.
Did you ever have a bad addiction, Joe? Anything? What was your worst?
I wouldn't say
vice?
I got addicted to Coke, but me and the boys were doing Coke almost every weekend for about like 5 years.
Oh, okay.
It's not that bad.
Yeah.
You had to stop.
Yeah, I got a little carried away.
Yeah, that was an addiction, bud.
Yeah.
Punch any walls at clubs.
No,
That's
I
usually when
fucking-
you know there's a problem.
Fucking a lot of strange people.
Yeah, I got to the point where I was just at a guy's house who was like, I don't really want to be at this guy's house. This is not my scene. And then I was like trying to fuck a girl that I wasn't crazy about and just couldn't get it up, and was like, this is the end of, we're
Yeah.
not doing this anymore.
Cocaine's interesting because most of the time, cocaine can't be too bad of a problem because most cocaine dealers are bad drug dealers, which is good. A bad cocaine dealer is actually a really good one because most of the time, when you want it, you can't get it right away.
Well, it's the worst hours, right?
Yeah. So when you do get a good one, it's really bad for you. One that's like very reliable and like will
Yeah.
always meet up with you and stuff. It's like, that sucks.
I mean, if you're picking up at the beginning of the night, you're accepting that you have like, that you're going to be a degenerate, right? So like at the beginning of the night, you're like, we'll get a gram for the 4 of us, or we'll get an 8-ball for 5 of us. And you're like, all right, that should be good. That'll be fine. And then it's 4 a.m. and you're out, and it's like, okay, well, we should have got more earlier, but did we really want to get 2 8-balls at the beginning of the night?
Yeah.
Like, then you feel like a complete fucking
Well, and it's
animal.
like, it's 4 a.m. What are we going to go to bed?
Yeah.
What the fuck are we? No, we're going to rail through. It's going to be 11 p.m. We're going to be at a park somewhere for some reason, just trying to meet up with someone, just asking families for some reason if they have Coke.
Yeah, there was
That's when you have a problem, when you're asking a family of 4. Do you guys know where I could get some yay?
we had a guy that was showing up he would come through every night. He was pretty solid, but he was really expensive. And he basically, there was this girl that we were friends with that, you know, was working with this other drug dealer, and like they were having a good time. She was picking up from him. One time, like the guy shows up, the police tailed him to her apartment. He was doing at-home drop-offs, right? So he comes in, they come into the apartment. They're like, tell us what happened. The cops came in. We're like, you're under arrest unless you like, you know, give it up. Tell us who like brought it in. And so she ratted out this drug dealer and the guy above him, and then like kept doing coke after that. Like was just still doing coke and buying it. I'm like, dude, I would have left the fucking state.
Got out of there.
You ratted out your coke dealer and his boss.
Did she get killed?
No, she's still alive. She's doing fine. I think she just got fucking married. But
good
I mean,
for
that's a massive risk.
What's
ratting
her
out a
full
dealer.
name?
Yeah, dude.
What part of Austin does she live in?
This was in the Boston days, baby.
Oh,
but
hell yeah.
man, I mean, you have to be an absolute lunatic to rat out a coke dealer and just be like, yeah, dude, life is good. You know, I'm just gonna.
Did you ever watch that show Gangland?
Never.
It was on Spike TV. It used to rock. Each episode was just about a different gang, and they would like interview gangsters from that and just tell stories within that gang. I want to say it was MS-13s, and there was like this girl who was like, she was a drug dealer basically, and but all her friends, everyone she fucked around with, like her closest friends, some of her family members were all MS-13 gang members, and she was too. And then she ended up getting arrested because like she was kind of fucking around with this dude. And then she convinced him to drive her and her friends out around town. And then they all just got fucked up and decided to just get him to drive into the woods, and they killed him and stole his car just because they're assholes. They thought it was a good idea.
MS-13 girls?
Huh? No, it was a girl and 2 of her friends. And she was banging the dude. So the dude was just like, yeah, this girl I'm hooking up with has 2 friends that are like a little gangster looking, but whatever. They were all nice. And it's funny. They're like, yeah, he was really cool. Like, we really liked him, but we decided we wanted his car. So we just stabbed him in the neck and shot him in the head. And
I could have asked.
took his Honda Civic and drove away. And then she ended up ratting him out because they were like, you're going to go to jail for murder because as far as we know, you did it. And she's like, no, I had 2 guys with me. So she ratted them out. They go to prison. She goes into witness protection and then continues to hang out with all those people, has them come over to her house that's being paid for by the government in witness protection. They're hanging out at this house they bought for. And then eventually they just took her out to the woods and she went with them. She thought that was a good idea. And they stabbed her a bunch of times and they just left her out there to bleed to death.
Nothing good
Crazy.
happens in the woods.
No, it's wild that she did that to someone.
Nothing good happens to you in the woods.
Yeah, that's a true story. But it's just wild that she did that to someone and then they did it to her and she's like, all right, woods sound cool. Let's go. It's not like I've done anything to piss you guys off. That's not how I got this house or anything.
Honda Civic into the woods.
Yeah, she was in his Honda Civic again. That car is cursed. That car is like Christine. You got to be careful. The haunted MS-13 car.
Wait, what's Christine?
It's a Stephen King book about a car that's alive, and it like this nerdy kid gets it, and then it kind of drives him crazy, and he starts killing people in it.
The car kind of falls
The
in love
car
with him.
kills people, yeah, and then he ends up falling. The car and him have sex, and then they end up killing a bunch of people. They don't have sex, but it gets close. They think about it. Stephen King has some
Good
wacky
description.
shit. He has a whole movie called The Mangler about a laundry mangler that's alive. And it literally, I'm not kidding. At the end of the movie, it comes to life and chases them down the hallways. It's just like gong, gong, gong. It's just a laundry mangler. It's
Dude,
huge.
it's so funny
too.
that like so many authors or like even like directors just have a great reputation because of the hits that ruled. But like then you go into the deep cuts and you're like haunted laundry machine.
Well,
And you're like,
speaking
dude,
of
chill.
cocaine.
yeah, he was massive. He knocked out Cujo in like 2 days because he said he was just writing like 9 hours a day, just railing lines and just be like, it's a dog. It's a mad dog. The kid's hot, not sexually, but he's in the car. He's sweaty. The dog is pissed. It's going to eat him.
They have to have an orgy to stop the dog.
He's
Oh,
like,
no,
also,
that's
I think
repetitive. I already did that.
There's a clown. No, there's not a clown this time. There's going to be a clown, though, soon. I feel the clown coming. That makes sense, though.
That's fucked
Yeah,
up.
he used to get he can't even remember writing some of his books.
I like to write short stories and like screenplays and stuff, and I've tried to do it on cocaine, and it does help.
I mean, dude,
you get it done. It's not good, but you get words down.
it's one of the reasons I think about like getting back into smoking cigs and doing coke because I'm just like, just writing sober is so hard. You're like,
Yeah.
I'm, I've got nothing to say. I have nothing to say.
That's why you got to go and live like a degenerate. Even if you're not doing the drugs, you got to go like just be around people and just see terrible things. You got to see a hooker die, and then you can pound out a couple of one-liners.
You got to kill some dude you're fucking and steal his Honda Civic.
What country do you think you would be most scared to go to?
That's a good question. Probably Guatemala, honestly. That's up there. Like Colombia.
But what about
it's
that
pretty
nice
bad.
song, Guatemala?
Yeah, I didn't
Chris
convince
has no
me.
idea what we're talking about.
No, I'm just thinking about scary people and what countries they come from.
Chris
I
is
think-
like,
Kenya, maybe? Is Kenya still bad?
Africa is
I knew,
pretty scary.
I knew an African country was coming.
I mean, there's even the good parts of Africa. Still, bad shit does happen sometimes. I've seen Hotel Rwanda. That was a nice hotel, and it was filled with bodies. That was a true story.
I don't
too.
want to get fucked over by a child soldier. That's just
That's
embarrassing.
true. I'd hate to get shot by someone in a Lego movie shirt. That would fuck me up. It's Lego Movie 2 also. It's not even the good one.
What about you, Joe? What's the scariest country you can think of?
Anything under Mexico, I feel like I'd stay away from.
I just feel like if I went back to China, something fucked up would happen. I feel like I'm on a list.
You look like they would love you in China.
They
Yeah.
did love me the last 2 times I went.
So
but
why would that be scary
Did you
for
go there to do comedy?
No, I was like fucking 20, but I feel like
Oh.
the regime is taken over, and they've seen the TikToks, and I feel like I would get yanked into an interrogation.
What, you talking
shit about
China?
Oh fuck yeah!
It
dude.
wouldn't-
Fuck them. Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me too much to just see like some article and you got your arms duct taped together and they just got you in a courtroom and you're looking around like,
I'm like that-
I'm sorry, guys.
Is that North Korean prisoner? Do you remember that when that kid ripped down a poster on
Yeah,
a North Korean
that's-
tour and they were just like crying in the courtroom?
That's actually really sad, that story. He just
Yeah.
tried to steal a poster basically to take home because he thought it'd be cool souvenir thing to have. And then, yeah, they arrested him.
And they just beat
Put
him
him
to
on
death in
court.
prison.
They did a lot of shit to him. They gave him back to us and he was like brain damaged. And he like could barely like talk or do anything. I think what they said is they think they were doing like drug experiments and shit on him.
He tried to steal a poster?
He did steal a poster.
Oh,
Hey,
they
like-
like their posters, huh?
Well, you just can't take anything from their country. I mean, you can go to North Korea. You can buy a plane ticket. You can go there. It's very limited on what you can do.
I heard when you follow the rules and stuff, it's not that bad.
Well, it's not that bad for you.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to live out in the fucking rice farms and
Exactly.
shit where you're not allowed to have internet. And
Yeah,
they-
that kind of is the deal everywhere. They're like, if you offer to follow the exact rules that we, the tourism board, provide,
Yeah.
you will have safe passage.
be
yeah, they
cool.
want
Nothing
you
will
to
happen.
come.
Yeah.
It's good money for them.
They want you to come.
Yeah, they'll make you come.
North Korea wants you to come.
North Korea.
I will
That was
say-
the poster you're trying to steal?
When I
Kim
s-
Jong wants you to come.
Yeah.
When you see some of those like
I can make you come.
those tough North Korean like army girls that like look really mean, it's pretty hot.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't mind banging
You're
one
into
of those
that?
girls. I mean, yeah, it's not like my main thing.
I'm just into
But it's
oppressed
on the
people,
board.
dude.
You ever see that movie, The Interview? That was pretty fun. I'd have sex with that woman that was in that.
Nice.
I've
South
never-
Korea seems like a cool country.
Yeah, but you're so close. It could happen at any time.
Yeah.
And
fair
here's
enough.
the thing. If North Korea was popping off, we wouldn't care about destroying South Korea. We would still probably just destroy the entire area to just fuck them over.
Nuke them.
Yeah.
Do we have a base there? We have American
South
soldiers.
Korea? Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a
My
lot.
grandfather fought so we could have a base there, Chris.
Yeah, cool.
There's
Don't
a lot
be
of military
disrespectful.
presence out there.
It was a question. I'm not
Don't
being
be
disrespectful.
disrespectful.
His grandfather fought Korea
Hey.
so that they could make good movies.
Yeah.
Their movies do rip.
Hey, never forget Korea, dude. Okay.
Never forget Korea.
Never forget Salsa Korea.
Oh, Salsa Korea.
Salsa Korea.
Salsa Korea. Is that
Salsa Korea.
That's
yeah.
how-
Salsa Korea.
I had a bunch of South Korean friends in prep school, and fucking they would always say South Korea. I remember this first South Korean kid I met. I asked him right off the bat. His name was J.K. Kim. I was like, "Oh, which Korea are you from? Are you from North Korea or South Korea?" And he was like, obviously from South Korea.
I'm here. That's a thing that I was reading is a lot of South Koreans, they get these flash drives and fill it up with like movies and shows and music and stuff and like news articles and like recent stuff that's happened. And they put them on little like paper
that's
boats
sick.
and they push it. And there's like a whole area on the other side in North Korea where people run down and grab them. And it's just like, they're not like in cahoots or anything. They just do it hoping that someone finds it. And it, if the military finds it, it doesn't really matter.
They're just trying to enlighten Korean kids.
Just help them out. Yeah, show them how fucking good Parasite was.
Have you watched any North
Parasite
Korean movies?
was good. No.
It's cool. This
Yeah,
Kim Jong-un guy is pretty rad.
Yeah, he never poops. Dude's never pooped, and he can do basketball better than
He
all
can
the.
come whenever he wants.
To quote North Korea, he does basketball better than all the bracks in the world. That's pretty impressive. Every brack together, they said.
Didn't you guys love when fucking Rodman almost stopped nuclear war?
Dennis Rodman was our only hero for a while.
Dennis Rodman was just killing it.
I will say that's what Trump was good at too. Like everyone was like, he's like talking to these people. I'm like, well, I mean, what? I'd probably rather have that. Like at least like be friendly with them and shit. Like, and then also, he was really good at when that one thing, some general or something was threatening to like bomb us or like attack us, and he sent them their address. He just sent them like a satellite image of their house, and was like, "Yeah, go for it, dog."
Do it.
Yeah. And he was pretty good with like foreign affairs. I'll say that. I'm not like a big political guy and I don't really give a shit most of the time. I think most politicians are like, oh shit, I thought we were getting nuked.
MS-13.
The MS-13s and the Banditos just shut up.
Oh no.
But yeah, I mean, I think other countries were intimidated by him. Probably not Putin. I feel like Putin saw through it. But still, he was willing to like
They were still friendly together.
talk to these people. I think
I
that
just
was
didn't
the
like
main
how much he
difference.
seemed to dig these other guys.
They're rad guys.
You'd be hanging out. And
He
just,
did
like,
seem to appreciate them a little bit.
Yeah, he seemed to really like them and what they had to say.
Are you telling me you wouldn't hang out with Putin for a day, just doing everything he finds fun?
I'd be scared.
Do you think he's actually dying?
Is he dying? I never heard that.
He might be
I heard that
dead.
he has cancer.
He's old as shit, right?
He might be AI. He might be the world's
He might be a
first.
robot.
AI
Yeah.
Putin, what a retard.
He's just a robot. He's not real.
He's just a robot. He keeps coming in.
I'm also AI, and I'm
I've
also
also
gay.
told you many times I'm gay. I'm trans Trump.
I'm the gayest Trump. No one can make men come like I can.
Can you pull up something fun real quick? Can you type in Vladimir Putin, I'm gay? This might actually cause a nuclear war. Someone made this, and I
Well,
really
he's
like
doing
it.
that. What's that Dennis Rodman movie with Dane
Huh?
Cook?
Yeah, it's a video on YouTube.
It's a video.
Dennis
remember
Rodman
that?
and Dane Cook.
Yeah, Dennis Rodman's like a special agent, and Dane Cook's like his rookie friend now.
It's a movie.
Yeah, it
Never-
came
I
out in
don't
like the
remember that.
90s. It was so ridiculous.
Let's see. I want to say it's the top one. Yeah, this is
I am
fun.
Vladimir Putin, and I'm gay.
I am gay. I like long big cocks. I am not so gay. I like long
Who the fuck?
That was Gangnam
Gangnam
Style.
Style just coming out of
Oh,
nowhere.
it goes
To
again.
make this very clear, I am gay. I like long big cocks. I am not so gay. I like long big cocks. Thank you for your attention, and I hope for your support.
That's good.
See, I tried to tell you. Everybody knows Donald Trump
That's the kind of warfare now.
is the straightest president.
Would you have balls to show him that if you were palling around with him? Hey, have you seen this? I didn't make it. But
I would do it in a way I'd be like, look at this disrespect to you, man. You gotta kill him.
It'd be awesome though if you showed it to him and he kind of laughed.
I am gay.
I am not gay. I do not like long big.
Why
cocks.
do you think I brought you here?
I like the fact that he likes
A
long.
lot of
big
people say you're
cocks.
gay.
You're really pushing that Trump. You're trying to Shane Gillis into fame, aren't you?
No,
You got to do
very
something
good, very good
racist. Actually, you did a racist Asian accent. Now you're doing Trump.
You're good at voices, man.
You've talked a lot about like war and stuff. That's very Gillis.
South Korea.
There, you see so many comics now doing the. You see that all the time. I've actually done it on accident.
Dude, I keep doing his impression
I've
of
done
Nate
it
Diaz
before.
by
I don't
accident.
do it on purpose, but it just happens sometimes.
A lot of people.
I've always talked with my hands, so I'll start doing this instead.
Can you do gay Trump?
I can't really do normal Trump.
Can you do gay? What's your gay voice sound like?
I'm fucking gay.
I'm gay.
I'm fucking gay.
Luckey. I'm gay.
I want guys to have sex in my ass.
I'm the gayest guy.
Everybody likes to have
pretty
gay
good.
sex sometimes.
I go southern when I go gay. I don't think I can do it
I'm
non-southern.
so gay.
I'm so
Honestly,
gay.
that guy
Come
could.
here, big hairy boy. I'll suck your balls.
This
I'm so
character,
gay.
he might be gay, but he could also just be like an old southern man that just like has a nice rocking chair.
After I suck your dick, I'll give you some iced tea.
That sounds nice.
Southern gay sex.
I will say, if I was going to get my dick sucked
would
by
you
a
come up
guy
here?
and I knew iced tea was coming afterwards, it would make me feel better about the situation.
Yeah, but it's not iced tea. It's iced tea from Law and Order to suck your dick.
That's the bro. He's also going to suck my dick. That would suck to get your dick sucked by a guy and then you come and then another guy just sucks your dick.
And then afterwards, Vanilla Ice comes and you have to fuck him in the ass.
You have to fuck everybody named Ice.
By that point, I'm probably recovered.
Iced tea is going to be hard to get you.
Yeah, the iced tea situation, I'm not going to be that horny for him. But he seems like a nice guy. He is fun in Law and Order.
What's the gayest thing you've ever done?
One time I fucked a man every day for 4 years,
That's pretty gay.
but that's not that good.
That's not that good.
I don't know. I've watched gay porn, but I didn't really come to it.
What do you do? Were you trying to
Really?
Just looked at it.
What do you mean? I didn't really come to it.
Were you stroking?
You like-
No, I wasn't stroking.
You got
But
a little, like,
I was
chub?
looking at my wiener a lot and being like, no, nothing's really happening.
Rad. Thank God.
This is the test.
I got to go tell my dad.
That is tough when you're like, I'm gonna watch gay porn to prove that I'm straight, and then like 10 seconds in, you're like, see, it didn't get hard.
10 seconds in.
Nothing at all is happening right now.
Split second later, you look down, and it's just the most veiny unread it's ever been. Fuck! That was so fast. I didn't even think about it. That shit came to life. I don't know. What's the gayest thing you ever done? Have you ever kissed a man on the mouth? I've kissed men on the mouth.
Dude,
I guess that's gay.
I kissed you on the mouth.
That's
We've
true. I
kissed
have
Joe a
kissed you
lot.
on the mouth, maybe more than once.
I will say Joe's usually the one asking.
It used to happen a lot.
a
I
pretty
can't
good
remember why we
kisser.
were doing it.
I always have thought it's funny if when two dudes like do like the bro shake and it's like say what's up, they just do like a little. I think it's really silly, especially around black guys. It drives them fucking
Oh my
crazy.
We should
God.
kiss on stage. I think that would be
The
good.
last time I kissed a man on stage, we thought it'd be funny, and the crowd just didn't even react to it. I kissed Ben Horn. We did that. We did the bro hug, and we fully made out. And then I just was like, "Give it up for Ben Horn one more time." And the
and then
crowd
he
just
quit comedy.
they're just like, "Yeah."
We've kissed on stage and no one found it funny.
What was it? Said truth or gay.
Truth or gay?
And it was like either you answer the question or you have to be gay. And I was like, Chris, what's your favorite color? And he was like, fuck it. We just started making out.
No one laughed.
No
Then
one
we got
laughed.
assaulted by a little woman after.
In fact, I think I've noticed that gay people really don't like it because they're like, oh, what? It's so funny for two guys to be gay. I'm like,
It's
no,
fucking hilarious.
Yes,
First off, it is. Gay porn is funny.
It's the funniest
to
thing ever.
us because it doesn't make us horny. Like, I would imagine that them watching some guy stick his penis in a vagina is kind of funny too because at the end they're just like, ew,
No, they
that's like
probably
a
think it's
stinky
hot.
little dumb hole. That's the worst
That's what I
hole.
always wondered. Do you think gay guys watch straight porn but just look at the guy?
I mean,
Dude, I mean,
I watch straight porn and just look at the guy, so I would assume they do the same thing.
I mean,
Sometimes the guy looks pretty good. I will say I've been visiting a page called Hot Guys Fuck a lot.
That's a good one. That's a good one. They have
It's-
the hottest women on there.
The
They have
we-
guys.
Well,
They do.
I'll
The
tell
guys
you what,
are hot.
The women aren't. I like when the woman's like pretty good look, like she's cute,
They got a lot of chubby
and she's
women.
just banging a stud because you can tell she's having a good time. Like she's happy to be there.
and he's happy to be there too.
I was watching one last night. She's like I like a tall, thick girl. I'm into that. Like I like the 6 foot Southern girl. That's like she's like the
Yeah.
one that shotguns beers with everybody, gives you a hand job in the bed of a truck, and then punches you on the arm and be like, "Made you come."
Made you come, pussy.
I'm into stuff like that.
dude, I do think it's I have visited the Hot Guys Fuck one because dude, it is kind of distracting when you're watching porn. It's just some dude that's just fucking just gigantic.
Sometimes they're playing a game in the beginning, like they're reading cards. You ever see those ones? The same website. It's like, give her a massage for 5 seconds.
I don't like that. Just bang. We know what we're here for.
Past that, yeah.
Just get wacky. Let's get fucking. There's one where they interview girls while they're being fucked.
Yeah.
Yo, that one, I know that dude because at one point there was one guy who like he's a fucking genius. He's just a dude with just a giant dick, and he's like, all right, this is my strategy for content. I'm just going to invite the hottest girls of all time to come over to my apartment, film me fucking them, and put them on the internet. And it started going so well that eventually he's just like, I'm going to start a podcast. And the podcast is I talk to them for 30 minutes and then I bang them while we continue talking on the podcast.
Wait, is that Adam 22 guy?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, there's one where he's actually legitimately banging them while asking them questions.
I think the biggest
It's like, how's your
genius,
relationship with your father?
the biggest genius is that backroom casting couch guy. Do you know that one?
Is this the couch? Is this where you guys got this from?
Yeah, anyway, so what made you want to get into porn? Shut up. Show it to me.
Yo, so
Have you seen those, though? Have you seen the backroom casting couch video?
Adam.
I don't want to talk about it. It's fun. That
Adam,
guy was...
Everyone's seen the backroom casting couch.
That's not true. I've met 2 people that haven't.
how many people have you asked?
They were both on it. They didn't know what it was. I don't know. Probably like 155. Maybe 56. Probably somewhere in that.
So like your
ballpark.
first question, hi, I'm Adam. Nice to meet you. Have you seen Backroom Casting Couch?
No, I was actually just talking about this in a circle of people, and a couple of people didn't know about it. But I was pretty sure those were real. I don't think they're real anymore because they still make them and they seem pretty fake, which makes sense because it has name recognition now. But those were always interesting because I believe that guy was not paying those girls. So it's just getting them to come in and bang him.
I've been coming across these videos on X videos of this one guy just finding this one random crack homeless woman. They call her Cracky, and there's multiple videos.
That's her name.
And
Her
they
name
just,
is Cracky.
They just negotiate. They call her Cracky. They're
That's
like,
ironic.
Oh, hey, Cracky.
Her name's Cracky, and she's addicted to crack.
Yeah.
That really worked out.
It's a very creative name. She's the ugliest woman ever, but they negotiate with her. They're like, oh, you're going to suck my dick. She's like, cigarette first. Cigarette first. He's like,
I'm
no,
glad she's getting paid
cigarette
up front.
in the middle. I'll give you the cigarette in the middle of you sucking my dick. She's like, cigarette first.
What are you watching, dude?
I just watch them. I don't even
Cigarette
jack.
first.
Yeah, and then he comes in her mouth. She's like, you're supposed to give me cigarette first. He's like, here's your cigarette, bitch. And then just leaves.
Damn, this guy sounds mean.
And then sometimes he just makes her dance with her pussy out. He doesn't fuck her ever. Like, he doesn't put dick in vagina.
That's nice of him.
What are you watching?
I came across
This
it.
is the most fucked up thing I've ever heard.
I came across it and then I found more and I got to know Cracky's story. I got to figure out what happens to her.
Yeah, J.J. Abrams is doing a movie about it.
Yeah, Cracky.
It's in the Cloverfield universe.
Based on a true story. Give me my cigarette.
X videos does. It has normal porn, and then it also has complete bonkers weird shit.
Oh my God, it's fun.
You gotta watch out for Indian porn. It gets really weird.
Sometimes you don't know if they're old enough.
Yeah, there was one was just like a fat girl in a robe, and some like 22-year-old girl was giving her a massage while some dude was eating the fat girl's super hairy hole. And I came, but it was a struggle.
There's a reason why X videos. X videos is definitely
Disgusting.
the trashiest.
You can
porn
turn
site.
it off and watch something else.
But I didn't. It's too late to do that now. I already did it.
You tell me
can't
you
go
wouldn't
back
watch
in time.
You wouldn't watch that.
Have you ever seen E-Fucked?
What?
E-Fucked?
never
Have
heard
you ever
of
heard
E-
of that?
Never
That's
heard
like
of that
the
one.
gore site of porn.
Oh shit, that sounds amazing.
Can we don't have to show it. Can we just show?
Fuck, dude.
Oh, really?
X videos is like the only one.
Yo, what have you guys been watching now that Pornhub is gone?
Cracky the bitch.
Dude, I'm gonna get hard if we keep talking like
I
this.
have
We need to
first off,
stop.
I have a VPN, so everything is still fully
Yeah.
available for me. I had a VPN before that, so I could download like
This whole
movies
thing
and-
just made porn fun. Just trying to find it.
Yeah, it is what it is, and also it's fun to have a VPN because you can switch different states and it shows you different porn.
I'm gonna tell you something, Joe. You're not gonna be proud of me. Well, Adam and I came across this video separately of this woman fucking this guy. She's cheating on her husband. She's a pretty thick woman. She's getting fucked by this guy from behind.
How would
And
you
then
like this?
I'm jerking off. And then I stopped jerking off because her husband came in and stabbed them both to death
With a knife.
with a knife. And he shows the whole thing. And they're screaming. You can hear their screams. And I said I stopped jerking off. I didn't. I was lying. I kept going.
He didn't even have to admit that part. He could have left it at the part where he
This
said
is the
he
kind of
stopped.
things we come across sometimes.
You know, it's nice to know that I'll never be able to get a job again, so that we could go get 100 views
actually
on the
just had
Filthy
my
Show
first day.
podcast.
Why? How does that affect you in any way?
yeah.
Because I'm laughing while Chris is describing jerking off to a family being murdered.
You didn't laugh that hard.
It's not a family. She broke up the family.
Also, the racist
cheated on-
Chinese accents, North Korea.
Hey, that was all you.
That was my idea.
We didn't
All
invite
right,
any
fine.
of-
It's nice to know that I'll never be able to get a job again because of my own personal decisions that I continue to make over and over.
Exactly.
Good point. I mean, that's how we all three are. We're all in that boat.
We're all accepting our fate.
Yeah, when you're working at the comedy mothership and you're still like at the point where people are like, you're kind of pissing people off, I think it's not good.
Oh shit, they've said that to you before?
No, not really. I am the door guy there that definitely pushes the audience more than anybody else, which I think shouldn't be a problem because they have fucking Brian Holtzman there.
Yeah.
And I mean, he does it more so than I do, and he does it better too. So it's just, it's a good place to do it though, because you can practice it there. And there's always people in the crowd at Mothership that are into it. Always. Here, not always. I've definitely done shows here where there is not a single person in the crowd that is into that style of humor, and I just do it anyway. And I usually quadruple down and make it so much more uncomfortable for
Well, there's been filthy shows where I've gone on stage and been like, do you guys know where you are? Like you guys, it feels like you guys signed up you bought tickets for Clean Comedy Night because you hate anything like even remotely racy right now.
Well, for people that don't know, Filthy Show is also a stand-up show we do here at the Creek every Saturday. If you guys want to come to that, it's
Hell
very
yeah.
fun.
You'll like
But
it.
I will say, I've talked to some people afterwards, and they're like, I thought Filthy was like going to be like raunchy sex stuff. Like that's what they perceived it as. But that's why when I host it, I always open with like, nothing is off limits. Like no topics, no words, anything. If you don't like it, you don't have to laugh, but just don't Yelp review it or get pissed off about it. We literally had a girl walk out and go, these guys are fucking filthy. They're not funny at all. I'm like, yeah. Read the marquee, you stupid cunt. Like, Jesus Christ.
How many walkouts do you guys get per show usually?
I would say the least of any show I've ever seen.
Really?
Yeah, it's actually... It's one of the, because, like there's a lot of shows in town that if they go over 2 hours, the crowd is a lot smaller than it was when it first started. But I would actually say with Filthy Shows, sometimes at the end, the crowd is bigger.
The 3 years you've been doing it that I've seen, I've only seen 2 people walk out on separate occasions.
I will say what we get sometimes is people go to the patio, like, because they know because the sets are usually 8 to 10 minutes. So if someone's really fucking they're not vibing with, they'll just walk out. And the way I book it too is like, I don't book 100% crazy, super dark people that are going to push it. I've put like PG-13 comics on there and they still do good. It's just like the whole point of the show is that they can do whatever they want.
And for the most part, audiences in Austin, when they really don't like something, they're kind of polite about it. They'll get up and leave without saying anything.
Yeah, or they'll just be quiet. It's not...
They're not
in
gonna make a
Seattle, even Tacoma sometimes in the more like alty places, people will be like, no, you cannot say that. Like you would get stuff like that. And
They'll
that's
cut your mic out sometimes too.
Yeah, and it's hard to play with that because then the comics that are running the shows usually are on that person's side. So there's not a lot you can do with it. So you're kind of just in a corner.
Yeah, dude, I remember like when I was in San Francisco, we were like trying to come out and start doing a little bit of like stand up during the pandemic, right? So I had left in 2020 and I came back and visited in 2021, and it was like late 2020, 21. It's still full mask. Comedy can only go down outdoors, right? So we're standing there like outside watching my friend go up, and like it is Ramadan, so he's Muslim, so he's in the full Muslim garb, and he's getting screamed at by a lesbian couple from the first row, both wearing masks, and I'm like, this is the most San Francisco thing I've ever seen. This is as good as it gets.
And
San Francisco's a terrible city.
Seattle, I had
It's
a girl
fucking awesome, but it's terrible at the same time.
knock on my window and tell me to put a mask on in my car while I was stopped at a stop sign.
No way.
Yeah, I just rolled the window down. I was like,
Did she actually do that?
yeah, 100%.
That's
Oh
how
my
bad they were
God.
up there.
It was insane. That's why, I mean, that was one of the main reasons we left, because I was like, this is just showing how horrible of a place this is. Like, these are what these people are actually like. Like, their true colors are coming out because of this situation. So let's fucking go.
Yeah.
And then we came here, and I mean, there was some of that. And because Austin's always been known as like the super liberal city, but it's like when you go to the actual liberal cities like Portland and Seattle, you realize Austin at no point was ever even remotely that bad. Like,
yeah, Austin's like a purple dot in a red sea. It's liberal, but there's a red fence around it that pokes it if it gets too out of control.
but it's also liberal, but it's a lot of liberal people who have been around Republicans. They're like a lot, and they're like, yeah, they're not like evil Nazi racist murderers. Like, you know, some of them are, but for the most part, it's just like they're just people that
You
disagree
do come
with them.
across those people. But
Yeah.
But I'll say, like, in Oregon, there's outside of Portland, there's way more legitimate white supremacists than Texas. I would definitely make a wager for that, because Oregon's a massive white supremacist like state.
Really?
Yeah, they're all out there in like the woods and shit.
People forget how many like conservatives are out in the Northwest.
I mean, Washington too, pretty much outside of Seattle.
Yeah,
Yeah, outside of Seattle,
outside of the cities.
Tacoma too. Tacoma's a little more left leaning, but that whole rest of the
Well,
area.
there's pockets everywhere, man. I mean, like I went to school in Vermont. If you go to like the real country Vermont towns, it gets redder than red, man. It's not a question of like north versus south. It's kind of a question of like fucking deep country, dude. Like deep country is always bright red,
Yeah, I think
no
it's
matter what.
the way it goes. People who live in cities usually lean left, and then people who live more like on the outskirts. And then at the end of the day, it's like, who gives a fuck? No one's actually a conservative or a Democrat.
Yeah, I'm gay, so it doesn't matter.
But it's true. It's like if you're just a regular person, you aren't a Republican, you aren't a Democrat. You're just someone supporting those teams. You're not involved in any way. It's like saying I'm a Dallas Cowboy. It's like, no, you're not. You just watch the fucking game sometimes and you wear their jerseys. You're not involved at all.
It's actually an excellent point, Adam.
It's insane that people base their personalities off of it too, because it's like you're nothing to them. Like you're really not even a vote. Like they don't really care. Like they're not going after any single person. They're going after just fucking the dumbest people. That's what both sides go for.
What do you want, Adam?
In politics, I want their 10 dudes. They all have to fight each other in a battle royale. I would say 5 have knives, 5 don't. But the guys without knives are jacked.
Are the knives? Who gets knives pulled randomly?
No, the smaller guys have knives.
Okay,
So the smaller guys have a chance too.
fair
And
enough.
then
Fair enough.
Last one standing gets to be president for 10 days. And we do that every 10 days. That's what I'm into.
That's a good idea.
I'm into shit like that.
That's also how we should solve wars too.
Or
We
maybe
get the
a game
leaders and put them in
show.
the thing.
You could do like a Jeopardy game show style thing.
Dude,
with a
that
bunch of
would
people.
be objectively funny if you got the leaders of Hamas in one room, like the ones that are posted up in fucking Qatar or wherever they are, versus just like a bunch of old Jewish guys, and they had to brawl to the death. That would be
Oh yeah.
pretty satisfying.
People forget how kind of badass those Israel guys are, though.
Yeah, they're sick.
Yeah. Well, they're like Jews, but they're like dirt Jews.
They know how to.
Jesus,
They do
Adam.
that weird fucking
I'm
Krav
Jewish.
Maga shit.
I'm allowed to say dirt Jews.
Dirt Jews.
Those sand Jews.
Yeah, sand Jews, sandbacks, whatever you want to call them. I'm allowed to go there. I'm going to use my birthright right now.
Yo, you have birthright?
I think so. It's not that hard
I
to
thought
get.
it had been like your mother.
Yeah, but they've cut a lot of the stipulations from what I've heard.
That's where they cut corners.
Yeah, well, they're trying to get people there right now. I feel like they'll get there. They'll just put a fucking machine gun in my hands.
Yeah, you got to be careful. You can't go because you're gonna be forced to join the army.
Go defend this music festival. Why are you guys still doing it? That's your fault.
That would be so funny if you finally like went to homecoming and then you were just like killed by a Hamas rocket.
That would suck because not a lot of Israeli people are dying. So if you're one of the few that get
No, we can
got-
all agree Israel is really crushing this.
Well,
Let's
it's
talk
'cause-
about it. What are your guys' opinions on the?
I don't care.
I don't give a rat's ass.
Yeah, I don't care at all. I do think it's going to spark bigger conflict.
I think Hamas isn't a good group. I don't think they're good people. I think Israel's probably not good people either. Why do we give a fuck?
Yeah, it's not our fight. I don't give a fuck. I do think a lot of the people who are screaming "Free Palestine," I think it's hilarious when I see there was a Pride parade / Free Palestine parade, and I'm like, you know, Palestinians would love to do this. kill all of you.
Yeah.
They would think that's rad as fuck. Because they're not big on, I don't know if, sorry if we have any gay audience members that don't know this. Muslims are not big on you guys. You are not their faves. They'd love to have like a roof party with you guys. They'd love to get you on a roof.
Israel's probably not supportive of gays either, right?
Probably more so than
probably
Muslims.
more so.
Gay marriage is legal in Israel.
Okay, so
It's the only country in the Middle East.
Choose a
with
side then. What do you want?
That's what the whole war is about.
You can get married in Israel. Hamas will throw you off a roof. I don't know why you guys are choosing.
And to say, regardless of us being really offensive and comedic, I feel bad for all the innocent people that are getting murdered in Palestine. Like, that does suck because it's not.
Yeah.
It's for a lot of them. It's not their fight either. They're just fucking living there. And then they're getting roped into all that shit. I feel bad. I mean, if a bunch of fucking rednecks decided to run over to Canada and shoot up a music festival there, and then we were getting bombed because they all did that, I'd be pretty mad at those guys.
Who's performing at the music festival though?
Kanye West.
Bare naked ladies that are making a comeback.
Bare naked ladies are opening up for Kanye West. I would go see that. I just wanted to find out
What was the
why.
big Bare Naked Ladies song again?
It's been 1 week since
Is that the one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been 1
they're a
week since
big
I had
Canadian
Guess
band.
X.
Chinese chicken.
It's been
eat a drumstick.
1 week since Israel bombed Hamas.
It hasn't been. It's probably been
No,
about
it's going on.
4 hours tops.
Yeah, it's been. Wait, so can you actually not pick up a song when somebody sings it?
No, just Adam for some reason.
What about if I tried? Can I try one?
Yeah. I have to know the song though.
I'll pick something kind of known, but hard to call.
Leaves are falling all around. In time, I was on my way.
I don't even know that one.
That's
Thanks
Led
to
Zeppelin.
you, I'm much obliged. Such a pleasant
I do know
stay.
this. That's a good
Ramble
song.
on.
I didn't even get to the good part, and you brought it up. You fucked it up.
No,
I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding. I didn't want to sing the whole thing. That was
Can I try one?
yeah.
16 naked cowboys wanting to get sucked. Ram Ranch really rocks.
Okay, well, that's Ram
Sucking
Ranch.
cocks.
You did that one perfectly.
Cowboys love big throbbing cocks.
Ram
Dude.
Ranch really rocks.
Justin, you may have been there. I don't know if you were super drunk at that point, but we were playing poker and Mike Eaton just played that. And one of the managers from Sunset was here and she did not like it.
It's a good song.
She did not think it was funny. Because about 9 minutes in, it was still going.
Dude, have you pulled up that guy's collection? It's
all
Oh,
Ram
there's
Ranch.
there's like 80 Ram
dude,
Ranches.
there's hundreds.
So he's giving,
he has
he's giving the people what they want.
he has hundreds of Ram
And
Ranches.
they were all 10 minutes
Like
long.
I
Grammy.
wonder if we could probably get Ram Ranch on here.
I don't know. He's pretty big.
I think we could at least get him like a fucking Zoom call.
Dude, the covers of these are so funny. Look up Grant McDonald. I know who it's, but dude, there's nothing better than when you go on like you're hanging out with some boys and you play Ram Ranch for someone that's never heard it.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they just get obsessed. Like we went on a fishing trip. My buddy literally could not stop playing Ram Ranch. He played it probably 1,500 times in a row on
It's
this
like,
trip.
it's like a drug.
I will say the boys appreciate Ram Ranch more than the girls.
The girls don't love Ram Ranch.
No.
It's not
They
their
don't relate
favorite.
to it.
Ram Ranch does really rock, though. You
Ram
can't.
Ranch 7.
Oh, this is 7.
This is
that's
this is
alright.
where they hit their peak.
How many views does this have?
It's a music video.
That's not a lot.
I think he's mainly big on Spotify.
I mean, the fucking guitar riffs do
The
pretty
instrumental
they shred.
rocks.
Cowboys in the shower. Throbbing cocks wanted to be sucked. 18 naked cowboys wanted to be
Look at their asses.
Their asses are big.
Cowboys in the showers at Ram Ranch on their knees wanting to suck cowboy cocks.
Do you think we can play this? Really? This is fucking copyrighted? Do you think Grant McDonald's coming after us?
Oh, they blurred it out.
Oh, man.
I want to see those cartoon Ram Ranch cocks.
Oh, they're probably doing some stuff for sure. It's probably some House of Air shit.
I think that's enough of Ram Ranch.
That's one of my favorite line in the whole song is rock hard cowboys. Their cocks throbbing hard. 18 more cowboys out in the yard.
They're in the
Well, they gotta work still.
Because I love that he's Canadian, but you can't tell that he's Canadian until
Out
he
in
says
the
out in the
yard.
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 I like that he emphasizes that they're sucking cocks and also Ram Ranch really rocks.
Ram Ranch, it rocks.
Like it's a fun place to be.
You still work hard, but it's still really fun.
Yeah, they're out in the sun.
They gotta sell cattle still, but they still suck balls.
Chris, I
Cowboy-
think you need to sing us a song.
I'm not gonna sing. I sang with you. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
No, you
was
didn't.
pretty
No, you didn't.
beautiful.
You just chimed in. You have to sing one on your own.
What's
by
your
yourself.
definition of singing with you?
Sing by yourself.
Pull up the lyrics for "Shame on a" by Wu-Tang Clan.
I'll do that. I'll do that right now.
Joe Begley does not condone the use of the N-word.
What's that?
I don't know. I put on glasses.
All right, Chris, belt it, dog.
You have to zoom in. I don't have my
No,
reading
we can't.
glasses.
This is so much for Justin to edit out. That's so many.
Shame on a respectable black man
Who tries to get a job?
who tries
'cause
to
he's
get a job and raise
respectable
his
black
family.
man. Shame on the people who want to run down on the respectable black man. It does kind of read like a poem.
I mean,
Old
it's-
dirty bastard.
What are you talking about?
Live and uncut. Styles unbreakable. Shatterproof.
Say what you want about black people. They're good at rhyming.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't going to say anything bad. What were you going to say? I think black people are pretty cool. I've met at least 8 that weren't that cool. And they all 8 were beating me up in a bathroom.
What's the statistics? Is they make up 13% of
Let's not
the
go
population?
Let's not put
And they
that
make up-
sentence that close to me saying the N-word.
Oh my god.
And they make up 50% of good rap songs.
That's a good point.
That's
That's a very good point. Very good point. That's a great point you made there.
Yep. And in most black schools, the majority of the people with the best grades are black. That's what I also
There
read.
you
So
go.
that's pretty good too.
Yep, yep.
They have good grades when they're only competing against each other. But that's still
And most black dads get the woman pregnant.
basketball. You got to remember that.
Basketball.
You got to sit. Yeah.
Shout out Luka Doncic.
Popeyes.
If you want to see a nice pair of sneakers, you know who to look to.
It is funny that the saving grace of the WNBA is a white woman that kind of looks like you.
Oh, yeah.
You guys have similar features.
You think you could beat her in basketball? Are you good at basketball?
Let me ask you guys this. Do you think they're hating on Caitlin Clark because of anti-white racism?
Are they hating on her? Do
they're
people hate her?
anti-white racism? What does that mean?
I don't know.
The
I just-
They're
fuck does that
against
mean?
white racism? So they're hating on Caitlin Clark? Or you mean
Justin,
it's like,
edit that part out.
Justin, keep all the parts where Joe
I
looks
will
like
say
an idiot.
100% she is bringing out a lot of racism on both sides. Because at
Really?
the end of the day, she's just really good at basketball and people like to watch her play. And then she's also, the people she's like rivaling with and stuff, it's also shedding light on them too. So it's good for everybody. But you still see people being like, they just hate her because she's white. And then black people being like, fuck her. Fuck her, she's white. Which is fine.
Are
either
people
way.
hating on her?
Yeah, she gets a lot of hate.
She
a lot
got
of people
left
are,
off the Olympic team.
Why? She's good, right?
She's like the best player, and they didn't put her on.
That's dumb.
Fair enough.
They
had
would
to
have done
prove
great
it.
for their ratings.
Oh, dude, they don't give a fuck about the ratings.
No, I know.
Women are sabotaging themselves yet again.
Well, and like boxing and stuff.
Yet again, since the dawn of time, women are fucking it up for themselves.
Like Olympic boxing, the good boxers never box in that.
Yeah.
Like I think there's probably like really good
Isn't it because they
NBA
don't
players
really
that
make
don't
any
play in
money?
the Olympics too. I would assume. Just like fuck it.
You
Like,
don't
what are we
make
really
any
gonna-
money playing for the Olympics, though, right?
No, I feel like it's more of a clout thing. And I've heard there's crazy orgies.
Really?
Yeah, like the player camps and the hotels they all stay at. I
Did you
heard
see what
it's
they
just
did
the
this year? They
sex
made
is
the bed out of
crazy.
cardboard so that they couldn't fuck in them. So there's anti-sex beds.
I think that would stop us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna stop Caitlin Clark.
They made beds out of cardboard. Are you kidding me?
You can fuck on cardboard. It'd actually be cooler because you're destroying it the whole time. You
Oh,
feel
yeah.
like a goddamn
You feel
man.
strong.
How tall is Caitlin Clark?
I want to say 5'10".
That's tall as shit.
For a girl,
6'4".
lower?
6'4".
I thought you were saying 6'10". You said 5'10".
said
6'4".
I thought you said 6'10".
She's
That's why I was
si-
like, I want to say 6 foot.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Nice. Now, how big are her tits? Look that up.
Yeah, can
Guys.
we?
You have to have her tit size.
She got any pictures of that hole?
What's the diameter for
She
pussy
is
hole?
painfully unattractive.
Oh, yeah.
It's
What?
like
I might hit.
She's
really?
lengthy.
It's like she has every feature that is not good for a woman. She got boy face. She got no tits.
She's better at us or
She's
something.
got no. Yeah, she's talented.
Yeah, it sucks.
Dude, that's so gross.
She looks terrible. She looks like kind of.
Wow.
No, she doesn't. Though. Here's the thing, though. She doesn't at
Christ, dude.
all.
I thought she does.
Maybe a little bit. They're
Yeah.
both girls with not blonde hair, I guess.
I didn't say that because of what Adam was saying, Joe. She has brown hair
you're
and a
right,
white
all right.
face.
She's a sweet woman.
Yeah, she's really nice.
Back off. She's fine. I mean, I don't really get.
She's fine.
I don't
she's good,
fully
though.
understand the hype or the hate personally.
But she's
Like,
good though.
She's really good.
Yeah.
Apparently she's been crushing it. She's like a really good 3-point shooter. I
That's
think that's
good.
her whole thing, which makes sense.
Dude, more hot takes here at the Filthy Show podcast. Apparently, Caitlin Clark is very good at basketball.
I think so. I'll tell you what, though. Also, hot take from the Filthy Show. We don't know for sure. I've never watched the game.
Yeah, I don't watch
It's
basketball.
actually the first time I've ever seen her in my entire life.
Yo, pull up WNBA anti-highlights. This is always
Oh,
fun.
I've seen that where they're just airballing and shit. I love that. What do you think the dunk percentage is in a WNBA? It's got to be low, right? There's been 3.
I talk about this like I wouldn't be out there airballing every time.
Oh,
but-
I suck at basketball, but I could probably beat most of these girls in a physical fight. I stand by that. Who are these guys?
They're in the WNBA.
Look at this. Oop. Oh,
That was pretty good. I couldn't get up there. I can't really hate too hard.
no, they're.
What the
What the fuck was that?
fuck? She knew, too. She just leaned over.
Let's see what this one is. Those stands are more packed out than I thought they were going to be.
I mean, I bet they probably push everyone down.
You think it's like seating a comedy club with only 20 people?
Yeah, put everyone in the middle.
We gotta show 'em.
We want to make the cameras look good. Ooh, fuck. I will say, I think I could probably shoot better than that. I usually don't airball when I play basketball, but I don't have the cardio.
You don't have a bunch of annoying bitches surrounding you while you're
Yeah,
playing,
just
though.
fucking getting in your face, smelling like periods.
They're all PMSing while you're
Ooh,
trying to play.
dude, you gotta think about that too. I bet it reeks of period
Oh
blood.
my god.
Dude, what's up?
It just
PHO
smells-
stand for? Is that the Vietnamese?
This
women's-
smells like basketball rubber and nickels.
It's pretty good.
I will say, when a woman's on her period hard, you can smell it.
And
So
it's-
imagine when you get sweat into that situation.
It gets me violently angry.
Yeah, and hard.
Oh yeah, I like the smell of period blood.
That sucks. Don't say that again.
I like period blood.
Yeah, stop saying that. God damn, this is terrible.
I support women.
I like to see the scores too. They're in the second, and it is 25-30. That's really bad, right? I feel like dudes are usually in like the 50s and 60s.
like they get paid less than the men. That sucks.
I will say women have proof that black people can be bad at basketball. They just have to have vaginas. That is the rule.
Wow.
I will say this has honestly not been one of our more offensive episodes.
This is pretty great. I'm having a great time.
Yeah. Well, the more you look uncomfortable, the worse you're going to look. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's like he knew it was bad and he's still
He's
there.
still staying.
Yeah. You just got to be like, guys, you were never going to be on SNL anyway. No offense.
No.
Your funny voices
We
aren't
could have been
funny
in the
enough.
WNBA one day, but that's not happening.
on the WNBA.
I will say, as far as being a straight white comic goes, being handsome does help your chances.
You think so?
I think
Have you
so.
felt that way, Joe? It's no secret you're a good-looking guy.
Well, I think being white straight male comic is probably the hardest avenue to like get a big career because they're not looking for that. However, handsome, especially now with social media and stuff, because when people are scrolling, good looking is always going to get people to stop, no matter what. Like, it doesn't matter what the content is. You could be holding a puppy by its neck and just be like, I'm going to do stuff to it.
No fucking touch this
you
Like,
guys
puppy.
don't like this
damn.
video. I'm gonna do things to this puppy.
But damn, this boy's cute.
Damn.
So that helps. For me, it's like, I got to be funny in 0.2 seconds on a clip. I got to be like, sorry for what I look like. Anyway.
So my redheaded stepdaughter was in the dryer again.
Yeah, even great clips like that don't take off for me. It's because I'm ugly. It's not fair. The world sucks. Handsome has its highest value. I think it has in comedy in a long, long time.
It's making a comeback.
For sure. Handsome was never that big.
I feel like it makes other comics hate me for no reason, for sure.
Yeah.
I feel like I get a lot of just like,
But every comic hates other comics for no reason, for some reason.
Yeah.
If that makes any
we're
sense.
not banding together.
To be fair, I only liked you because you're handsome.
Oh, fuck.
Same.
Every
Yeah.
other aspect of you sucks.
I've kissed both of you. I'm just realizing this.
We've
I've
kissed a lot.
Why
Yeah.
do you think I call you every day? Just ask how you're
But you're
feeling.
handsome and also a pretty good comic.
You're Rico to be my boyfriend?
Oh, kiss me, Joe Begley.
You're Rico to be my boyfriend?
You keep doing that after you complained about it.
I wasn't complaining. I was trying to be openly racist.
Can you say?
Fair enough.
Can you
I'm
ask
just,
me?
guys,
to,
I'm just trying to fit in.
you speak Mandarin, right?
Yes, I speak.
Can you ask me to suck your fat cock in Mandarin?
你想 这么说 suck 我的小鸡鸡.
It works.
That didn't even
It
feel.
works.
I didn't feel racist.
No, it didn't feel racist.
It's a lot of words.
Learning Chinese is not racist.
No, but it can be if it depends on the context.
How? How can it be racist?
So you can
if
make
you're
fun of them
doing
like
it
that?
so you can trick them into getting in traps. You try to trap them in little boxes.
Did you learn Mandarin? How old were you when you learned Mandarin?
I started when I was 14 and I kind of stopped when I was like 22.
Why?
Just like,
Because it's the most spoken language in the world.
Yeah, in China, just because they're
Dude,
they're
they're
a
gonna
lot
rule
of-
the world one day.
That's a
it
good
didn't
point.
seem that China was going to go like off the rails authoritarian. So it was kind of like, seemed like the move at the time.
Yeah.
Because they've never done that before.
They've always done that.
They've never been assholes before.
No, at the time it was like, all right, well, they got this new prime minister. Like, we'll see where it
Things
goes.
were turning around.
They got this new president,
You ever seen
Xi Jinping.
Have you ever?
Xi
Do
Jinping.
you think you could do comedy in Chinese?
Dude, it would be kind of cool to be like. I think it's so impressive that Ari Matty dude can just go up and just like slam in 2 languages. Like, I think that would be badass.
That is true. He's very impressive. We're probably gonna have him on soon too. He performed at the Comedy Mothership. It was his first time doing an English set in like 4 months. So he hadn't probably not even been speaking English that much because he had been in Estonia for a while. And he came back here and I mean fucking annihilated. For some reason I end up following him a lot. But I like it. I like because he sets a very high bar, high standard. And I think that's the best way to get better at comedy is to follow people like that.
Yeah.
Because honestly, following someone shitty sucks so much worse to me because it's like you really got to remind everybody what comedy is.
Yeah.
Like every time you have to follow a woman, you got to get up there and just really be like, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry she was being a girl up here. Not all women.
Play Ram Ranch again.
Hold on.
Ranch.
Not all women, just almost everyone.
Just the majority of female comics.
No, it's fine. The majority of male comics suck too. It's just there's less of them, so it's more noticeable for women. Hell yeah. Well, that's a good place to end. I will say before we sign off, Joe Begley is not racist.
Only a little bit.
Is it possible? Can I ask this before we sign off? Can you speak Mandarin without doing an Asian accent?
You know what was funny is when I was learning it, I would try to speak it, and I would speak it like an American guy. I'd be like, yeah, wo, yao, iga. And then I started doing, you add the like racist.
Can we go back?
Yeah.
What was that last word you said?
I want.
Yeah, but
Yeah, well, how do you say
what
I
word
want?
did you say?
Wah.
No, there was some G sounds.
There was a little fishy little.
All right. Well,
Are you guys trying to get me to
you
say
heard
the
that
N-word?
too, right? You said the
Yeah.
N-word already. We just caught you. It's fine.
Yeah. But the thing is, if you add like a racist Chinese voice on top of it, as soon as I started doing that, they were like, oh, your tones of pronunciation are so good.
That makes sense because when I lived around Mexicans, they were the same way. When I would like learn Spanish, I'd be like Gonzalez. They're like, no, it's Gonzalez. I'm like, all right, so just be racist when I say
Be
it.
racist.
I gotcha. Yeah, being racist is okay.
There's
You
a
heard it
reason.
from Joe Begley himself. Do you want to plug anything, or do you just want to pretend like you never did this?
Watch the Shangri-La podcast. Listen to
Shangri-La
the Shangri-La podcast. I film it right there. I sit in Chris's chair and I fart a lot into it, so it's pretty
Oh, you
good.
have a podcast?
I
here?
shit
That's
my
awesome.
chair, dude.
Hell yeah. Well, we've been here. We've actually, you guys have been stepping up in the comments. I appreciate that. There has been 3 comments recently that said they liked the podcast. One guy said he liked it, but he also thought we were all going to die soon. So that was bad.
That's not. That may not be false.
But yeah, I mean, look, we could make some fun games to get you guys to start commenting. You can post your least favorite race. That'd be a fun thing for you guys to do. You could post maybe a religion that you think should be extinct. Post stuff like that. Maybe your favorite death video sites. Cool stuff like that. The best thing to come on a dead body.
Your favorite cuisine?
Really, whatever you guys want to put. Have fun with it. That's what this podcast is here for. It's to have fun, and so share it. Also, and share it to groups that make no sense. Join a recipe group on Facebook and share our videos to that. And tell them that we talk a lot about cooking, so they might wait a little while.
Cooking crack cocaine.
Yeah, and do
Cracky.
stuff like that. Go if you see someone filming the news, like a local news channel. Push the woman down on the ground as hard as you possibly can. grab her microphone and plug our podcast. Do stuff like that.
Also, if any of you out there know Cracky, the homeless woman,
We'd love to get
give
her
me
on.
her information. We're going to do a little video for
Yeah,
her.
if you can get Ram Ranch's phone number also, we'd love to talk to him
Yeah,
too.
dude. Next, I heard next week you guys do have Graham McDonald and Cracky on the podcast.
Yeah, they're going to
together.
fuck.
That would be a wild
They're
vlog,
going to
though.
ram. All right. Well, thanks, everybody. Yeah, and that's Chris C. Rees, Instagram. I'm _Adam Luckey. And you guys could do better. We're doing the best we can, and it's still not going that well. So thanks, everybody.
Be more racist.